welcome on this beautiful spring day, and everybody's trying to adjust to their mask protocols. I see. I'm proud of everybody keeping their mask on and trying to figure out what's going to happen next. But obviously, with the CDC new guidelines issued yesterday, the whole country was kind of said, well, that happened awful fast. But what we'll be doing is it really obviously shows that the vaccines work. And I just want to continue to emphasize to folks that have not received their vaccines, please do so. I mean, this is why America is in really much better shape than most countries around the world right now, and you're seeing some really terrible challenges in places like India right now. So it means the vaccines work. That's why the CDC made their guidelines yesterday, but we still have more work to do to get everybody vaccinated. So please continue to do so. So we'll be following the CDC guidelines. The governor will be speaking publicly in about 30 minutes or so. We will be aligning our local guidelines with him, so we can expect to hear more about that here shortly, and more from us either later today or certainly by Monday in terms of city government facilities and requirements for various Metro employees that work in public-facing engagements. We're going to continue to encourage those that have not been vaccinated to wear masks in our public-facing facilities. But we'll clear all that up on Monday. But in the meantime, congratulations, everybody, for those folks that have been vaccinated and helping to contribute to this public health success here in America. It's not over yet, though. We see that in other countries, so we got to remain vigilant at all times. So getting to the matter at hand, thanks, everybody, and welcome for coming here today. It is great to have a wonderful new resource for our community's youth, and thanks to the team here at Beachmont Community Center, a gathering place, as we all know, for youth and young adults. I want to thank our Louisville Parks and Recreation staff also for hosting and the hard work that they've done over the years to safely reopen community centers, especially here over these last few weeks. We know this pandemic has been tough on the whole country, but especially young people, and it's been isolating for many, and that isolation has been especially hard on our youngest population, especially sometimes young people that are described as disconnected or opportunity youth, system-involved youth, because they are both out of school and unemployed. And for far too many, there are extra challenges and concerns that go along with experiencing the pandemic while also being involved in the juvenile justice, child welfare system, or sometimes both. That's hard. So it's really critical that we help connect young Louisvillians to education, employment, and supportive services as part of our city's work to create an equitable economic recovery. The Metro government has been working to serve young people experiencing challenges like these and connect them with opportunities for years through programs like Summer Works, now entering its 11th season, Reimage, which works with youth who've been involved in the justice system, along with the Thrive Fellowship and other efforts. In my budget proposal that was released about 2 weeks ago, I call for supporting these youth-oriented programs and increasing the efforts, like the Evolve 502 Scholarship, which will open the door to higher education, post-secondary degree, a credential for every current JCPS high school student, which is a tremendous breakthrough for our city. If you're a freshman to senior at JCPS, there now is no financial barrier to you getting a post-secondary degree. And we know getting a post-secondary degree is the #1 disruptor of poverty. So please continue to support the promotion of Evolve 502. I heard yesterday we have over 1,000 JCPS seniors that have applied for Evolve 502 scholarships, life-changing scholarships. So that's a significant increase or a significant event for our city, and we have $3 million in this proposed budget to support Evolve 502 scholarships. And then for our 2021 graduates with Evolve 502, please be sure to apply by June the 30th. But we've got to do more. And that's why in 2020, my administration joined with Metro Council to allocate nearly $1 million to expand youth initiatives and create a comprehensive continuum of care that supports Louisville's youth. So working in partnership with youth service organizations, the purpose of this comprehensive support system is to provide better access to education and workforce opportunities to help underserved young people prepare for a stable, productive, fulfilling, joyful life right here in our hometown. So I'm excited today to announce a wonderful new resource to help continue this work, and it's the Louisville Youth Network. This is a free one-stop shop for information about services and programs available to Louisville's youth ages 16 to 24 who are not in school or working or who are seeking specific forms of support. So through the network, youth will have the opportunity to receive wraparound services, connection to resources, and mentorship from a collaboration of multiple partners. The Louisville Youth Network can assist young people looking for support in a variety of areas, including education and workforce development, child care and food assistance, transportation and housing, crisis management and peer support, budgeting and financial management, physical, mental, and behavioral health assistance, and any substance abuse treatment. Accessing the network is easy. Young people can simply visit LouisvilleYouthNetwork.org, and there they can complete a client profile selecting areas of service in which they're interested in receiving support. And we can also be contacted at 502-230-2028 to start the process. An empowerment navigator will respond to connect the youth with appropriate resources and to help create and achieve goals. The network is led by Louisville Metro Office of Youth Development, which is part of the city's Office of Resilience and Community Services. And then this is a partnership making this happen. So core partners include the Coalition Supporting Young Adults, also known as CSYA, Louisville Urban League, and Goodwill Industries of Kentucky. Representatives from each of these organizations are here to share their role, but first I want to give a shout out to our city's Resilience and Community Services Director, Tamika Laird, for her leadership in this effort. Is Tamika with it there? She's keeping a low profile over there. Hey, Tamika, thank you very much for what you're doing. And I want to recognize Vincent James, also the Chief of Community Building, so they work with Tamika as well. So nice job to the entire team for pushing this forward. It would not be done, though, without the Office of Youth Development, who got a boost earlier this year with the additions of Dr. Billy Castle and Mahogany Mayfield. So we appreciate them very much as well for pulling this together. And both Dr. Castle and Mahogany bring a wealth of energy and experience that's helped to advance this office and its programs. So to learn more about that, I'm happy to welcome Dr. Castle, who's been at the center of this work for really her whole professional life, but now bringing a bunch of it together in our city. So please welcome Dr. Billy Castle.
Thank you, Mayor Fisher, for being an advocate for Louisville's youth. We appreciate your support. Thank you, Chief James, for your hard work as well to help build equitable communities. And thank you, Director Laird, for your guidance and advocacy also with the Office of Youth Development. Good morning. The mission of the Office of Youth Development is to transform systems that prevent young people from living equitable, healthy, and happy lives. Our goal is to create an infrastructure that connects youth, community, youth-serving organizations in Metro to create a shared agenda on how we can support Louisville's youth achieve their goals. And when we talk about youth, we are specifically today with the network speaking of youth between the ages of 16 and 24, but the Office of Youth Development really works with youth between the ages of 10 and 24. I'm so excited about the Louisville Youth Network and what we're doing here in the city today. We hit the ground running in September when myself and Dr. Asha Brown joined the office, and with this huge task in front of us. And so just know a lot of work has gone into developing the network and our partnerships and making sure that we are bringing the best to our youth. The Office of Youth Development is really committed to transformational approaches that work across multiple institutions and organizations to make sure that we are shifting towards proactive solutions. We need to shift the cultural values and political will to create equity in our community. We want to ensure youth have sustainable and impactful options within their neighborhoods for recreation, skill building, and to grow up in a safe and healthy environment. Our youth have greatly been impacted by the pandemic and COVID-19 while facing personal and family challenges. Many also spoke up and out regarding racial and systemic injustices that plague our community, rallying for change at school, in the community, in the nation, and around the world. So we must continue to amplify the voices and needs of our youth and not silence them or shield the truth. We must do the work now to ensure they have a better world to live, work, and play. We hope to expand the network again to make sure all youth in the community between the ages of 10 and 24 have access to all youth services and resources and recreational programming. Thank you, Mahogany Mayfield, Gabrielle Benford, and Dr. Asha Brown, for all your hard work in the Office of Youth Development to ensure that we build a world that centers youth voice, agency, safety, and liberation. To remain successful in addressing the needs of our youth, we need caring adults who understand and will advocate to remove barriers to ensure our youth are nurtured into the people they want to be. We need increased investments in sustainable, proactive solutions such as parks, community centers, programs, and places like movie theaters, skating rings and parks, bowling alleys, places kids love to have fun. The Office of Youth Development is committed to improving our understanding of youth development in the city and reporting to our youth in the community. We are also committed to working with youth to amplify their voice and implement the great ideas so many of them in our community have. It's our time to invest in the plans of our greatest asset, our youth. Thank you to our partners. They have been working so hard. The Coalition Supporting Young Adults for really centralizing our understanding of what's available for youth between the ages of 16 and 24 and reaching out to the youth in our community to understand their needs and engaging them in priority setting and spreading the word. Thank you, Goodwill Industries of Kentucky, for increasing access to transportation through your Last Mile to Work and Cars to Work program, and for peer support specialists that provide that well-needed support youth need to retain services. We're really making sure we're not just connecting youth to services, but making sure they have all the support they need to retain those services, to continue living their healthy lives. Sometimes we just need someone who understands us and that have been through the things we've been through, and that's what the peer support specialists provide. And thank you to the Louisville Urban League. The Empowerment Navigators are working to create shared goals with our youth and connect them to the services they need to achieve their goals. They answer any question, so do not hesitate to ask questions, because that's another thing that happens with youth. Sometimes they think, oh, I can't ask this question, I don't have someone to help me, but the Empowerment Navigators are truly there to help them navigate through their questions as well. Youth, do not be afraid to connect with us. We want to ensure that you know what's happening and how to get involved. Thank you so much again, and we are so excited for this partnership and this launch today.
Thank you, Dr. Castle. Well, these programs are not worth doing if they don't benefit our youth, and that's what's really exciting about this new network here, is that we know it will work when it's in place. So it's my pleasure to introduce a local young leader who benefited from working with the Navigator, so please welcome Desean Ellis. Desean, come on up.
So my name is Desean Ellis. I'm currently 21 years old. When I came to the Urban League, I was 19 years old 2 years ago. And I was at like a depressed point in my life because I wanted to be successful, but I didn't know how to be. So through the Urban League, I went through the construction program, and I was going to become a pipe fitter because I knew I needed experience. But the 6 weeks there, it was the best thing ever because I learned how to meditate. I learned how to become the full better of myself, a better version of myself, and I found a light in myself. Everybody there is like a family, honestly. I'll talk to them at nighttime, daytime, whenever. Since I was there, man, I couldn't explain, but I got 12 hours of college credentials. I also got 3 national credentials for construction, and right when we got to work, I got promoted twice, and I got better promotions and better job opportunities. Since then, I also got my own real estate program going. I have my own stocks program. I teach people stocks and investing. And also, I got my own construction program called Chucko Flooring, which I'm the co-owner of. I have over 50,000 followers for investing, teaching people how to invest in the real estate. And it wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for the Louisville Urban League. They changed a lot for me for the better, honestly. And my goal is to help over like 4 million people, and I know the Urban League would be here for me at the end of that. And right now, I'm talking to Urban League. Right now, I want to create a software to help over 4 million people, teach them how to invest and become a better version of themselves. Because even though I'm 21, I didn't know my potential was full range like it would be now. Because everybody has a dark spot, and everybody want to be successful, but they just don't know how to be. They don't know where to go, where to start, anything like that. And that was them once upon a time. But through networking and through people, everything could change in your life. And I'm just blessed that the Urban League helped me go through that path. So if you're my age, just know that anything can happen. The life that you live now is a life that you don't gotta live. You can change it for the better and to live the life that you want. So I'd like to thank the Urban League. So if you need a job, anything, they're here to talk for you. You wanna know the value of yourself, know the reason why for yourself, or have a career and find your reason to become better for yourself or for anybody, contact the Louisville Urban League. Thank you.
All right. Let's hear it for Desean. You got it going on, man. I need some stock tips here later today. All right, now let's hear a few words from some of our other partners, two partners in the network, starting the coalition supporting young adults. And it's my honor to welcome CSYA Executive Directors, Daryl Young. Daryl?
So, good morning again. My name is Daryl Young Jr., and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the Executive Director of the Coalition Supporting Young Adults. The Coalition Supporting Young Adults is a collective action initiative of community organizations and individuals who come together to address the needs of youth and young adults in Louisville, Kentucky, who are disconnected, out of school, and work due to structural racism, poverty, homelessness, educational disruption, childhood trauma, and related challenges. CSYA is excited to be a part of the Network for Youth Development and Community Building, working alongside the Office for Youth Development, the Louisville Urban League, and Goodwill of Kentucky. CSYA for a long time has understood the importance of collaboration and breaking down silos to keep us working together. Our young people need us to come together, and this partnership is a perfect representation of that idea. We know that we have unique needs, and it is important for us to be connected to meet those needs in a holistic nature for our young people. For this project, CSYA has been tasked with centralization and outreach. We put together the website, www.louisvilleyouthnetwork.org, for the community to find out about the project and for young people to fill out an intake form for them to be connected to the navigators and peer support specialists to find the resources they need. We're also convening a virtual weekly check-in for our network to interact with Louisville's network of service providers to talk through updates, challenges, best practices, and ways to connect and collaborate. We will also be advertising via social media. Our Instagram handle is Louisville Youth Network. Twitter is at LOU Youth Network. Facebook, Network for Youth Development and Community Building. We've also partnered with the Family Scholar House and Louis Connect to provide 5 kiosks across the community with the Louis Connect app so that people can look up information on the network of resources that are here for our city. Dr. Castle also mentioned how important youth voice is to this project. CSYA has been reaching out to young people across the city for them to offer input on our processes, on our practices in terms of our social media and our outreach, as well as convening young people to not only educate them about CSYA, but also to hear from them about what their most pressing needs, concerns, and priorities are as young people in the city. For those looking to connect with the coalition, we are always welcome to new collaboration opportunities to work together to support our young people in this city. We'd love to have you join one of our work groups or have you help network with one of our other organizations so that we can work collaboratively and not in silos. You can visit www.csyalouisville.org and contact with me directly at dyoung@csyalouisville.org and 502-290-6121, extension 471. Thank you all so very much.
Thank you, Daryl. I've known Daryl for a long time now, and you are always there for our community's youth, and we appreciate that. Lynn Rippey is too. I see her showing up here to show support with Youth Build, so thank you for your good work. And then Dennis Ritchie from Goodwill is always there as well, and Dennis is one of our partners in this initiative. Dennis?
Good morning. As the mayor said, my name is Ritchie. I'm the Director of Reentry Services for Goodwill Industries of Kentucky. And I first want to thank MetroGov for making Goodwill a part of this grant. We're super excited about the opportunity. I'm excited to work with our partners, CSYA and Louisville Urban League, and all the other partners across the city who will be participating in this grant and providing much needed services to 16 to 24-year-olds in Louisville. As you know, at Goodwill Industries of Kentucky, we have a lot of stores. I know you're all familiar with our stores. 90 cents of every dollar that you guys, hopefully you guys, spend at the stores goes back to services that we provide, and these grants and programs that we participate in are a way to supplement and further our mission. So at Goodwill, our motto is a hand up, not a handout, and this grant fits perfectly with that. So 16 to 24-year-olds, Goodwill's part in this grant will be to provide peer support and to provide transportation services. So we'll provide additional mentoring through these young adults with our peer support specialists, along with empowerment navigators from the Urban League to help them on their journey to self-sufficiency. And we will also provide transportation services. I'm super excited about the transportation package that Goodwill has put together because I think transportation is one of the main barriers facing youth and second chance individuals in the city and across the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Transportation barriers are particularly critical for individuals aged 16 to 24 because of their inability to obtain a driver's license, their lack of access to a safe and working vehicle, or not having funds to use reliable public transportation, to oftentimes a barrier to getting to and from school and work consistently. Our customizable transportation packages help ensure that program participants have access to community partners that provide critical resources to them, including case management, food, counseling, mentoring, education, and job training. The package acts as a transportation spectrum, and beginning with bus passes and culminating in vehicle ownership with our Cars to Work program. So part of the package is monthly bus passes, a bicycle package through our Last Mile to Work program, learner's permits, driver's training, driver's licenses, and then help with vehicle insurance, vehicle maintenance, any particular missed payments, and then, like I said, culminating with Cars to Work. So if we can put as many young people as possible into a car, that opens up a world of opportunities for them. And so we're just very thankful to be able to use our Last Mile to Work bike program and our Cars to Work program to supplement this grant and to further and give 16 to 24-year-olds in Louisville a second chance at being successful. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dennis. So hopefully you all can see this, it's a full system of getting young folks the assistance and support that they need, which too often they haven't had in their life. So it's our honor here to put this together. So Dr. Castle and Mahogany and others, thank you all for doing this. This is going to be really good for the community. These things don't happen without a partnership between my office and the Metro Council. It requires everybody to come together to identify needs and then fund those needs as well. So I want to give special thanks to Council members Nicole George, Keisha Dorsey, and James Peden for sponsoring this resolution and for serving on the planning team and for being champions for Louisville's young people. And we have another champion on the council who wasn't on this particular initiative, but she's on plenty of others where good work can be done for our youth and justice in general in our city, and that's Councilwoman Cassie Chambers Armstrong, who's going to share a few words with us. Councilwoman?
Hello, I'm Cassie Chambers Armstrong. I am a Metro Council representative, and today I am so excited to be here. I want to start by echoing all of the congratulations to the mayor, to the Office for Resilience and Community Services, Office of Youth Development, all of these great partners. This is exciting stuff. This is stuff that changes lives. This is stuff that makes our city better and moves us closer to being the compassionate, equitable city that we all want us to be. Before running for office in a prior life, I worked as a poverty lawyer. And in that job, I worked with a lot of youth in this age range, 16 to 24, who were facing immeasurable challenges. And they were trying to access services. They had talent, they had ambition. They wanted to make their lives better. But so often, they hit roadblocks in trying to do that. It is so easy for one thing to go wrong when you're trying to improve your life, when you're trying to figure out what nonprofit you need to go to, who does what, how you can really transform your life in the way that you want to transform it. It takes one person not returning your phone call, one person saying, no, you have to go somewhere else, for you to get discouraged and feel like you don't know who to turn to. And what I love about this program and why I truly believe in it is that it makes that single point of entry. It lets people reach out, access these peer navigators, access these empowerment navigators and peer support specialists, and those people can help people figure out where to go for help, what services are available to them, how they can achieve their dreams and transform their lives. And that is how we transform our city. And so I am proud to stand here with our community partners. I believe that investing in our youth is investing in our city and investing in our future. And programs like this are the way that we dream big and make those big dreams a reality for our city. So thank you to all of our great partners. I am so excited to see the great results this program is going to yield. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Councilwoman. Appreciate you and all the council for making this happen, all the partners up here. Here's a little cheat sheet. If you want to get reminders about this and circulate this, please do so. So I think we all understand the importance of investing in our youth, and this is a great new initiative for the city for us to cultivate the talents of our young folks, and everybody deserves the right to realize the dreams that they have in life. And as we heard earlier, sometimes people don't know that they can dream. Everybody should dream. And our job then is to provide the resources and the platform to make those dreams come to life. So we appreciate this announcement here today. Dr. Castle and team, again, thank you all. Chief James, everybody, let's keep up the good work. And with that, we're happy to take any questions. Yes.
So as we know, with the increased kind of raising shootings of teens over the past few weeks here in Louisville, do these youth programs kind of condemn in youth crime, the hope that it does?
Yes, they're part of a full system of public safety. So when you think about this as a intervention step for youth that may be trying to find their way, and sometimes when youth are trying to find their way, they go off way, and that can lead to involvement in criminal activity or gun violence that we're seeing too much here in our city and other cities as well. So the Office of Youth Development is an important place to make sure that doesn't happen. The development of this youth network is in response to the very issue that you're speaking about there. So when you think about public safety, it's not just the police department. It's all of these issues that we have with intervention and prevention, reentry services we talked about today. So this is a critical part of that.
I know we spoke about outreach here today. We mentioned websites, transportation, which physically brings them to these programs. Speaking about that age-driven, touching what Alexis said, is there going to be extra outreach to really target some of our most, I don't want to say at risk, but children that really have to deal with some of these hardships, whether it's going to and from school or even getting to that transportation, kind of not forcing them, but leading them to.
Yeah. No, if you have a great program and people don't know about it, it doesn't do much good. So to talk about the marketing a little bit more, I'll give it to Dr. Castle.
So that's the purpose of working together. We're all using our networks. We're also working across multiple agencies in Metro, so everyone knows and understands. In resilience and community services, we partner with the Neighborhood Place. We think about the Office of Safe and Healthy Neighborhood. So as we think about everyone working together, usually we're in silos in one program by themselves, but we wanted to make sure that everyone knows about it. So with the cars, we're passing them out to making sure the fire department has them, LMPD. We're also working across DCPS, and as we talked about, our partners are varied across the city. So our real true purpose is to make sure we're pushing it out to everyone, and not just us being the keeper of the information, making sure that everyone understands and knows, and you can access from anywhere. You can access right now from your phone. And so we just wanted to make sure that as we're working with our partners, everyone has access to it and know how to connect youth in their different stages. And then CSYA in their marketing and outreach are also working with youth influencers who have those networks. We want to make sure this is very organic, and we are spreading the word through already established networks and outreach.
All right, well, thank you all for covering this and getting the word out. Have a good weekend, safe weekend, and enjoy not wearing a mask if you've been vaccinated. Okay, thank you.